Yeah, my name's Chad Moses, and I work in music and events at Joliet. So yeah, Joliet Arms, we're a nonprofit organization. We're out there to present hope and find help for those struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. And we exist to encourage, inspire, inform, and also invest into treatment and recovery.
Okay.
And for the Children Fire Tour, the guys in No Sleeper have been friends for a few years now, and always looking for opportunities to work with our friends. And they said, hey, we're about to drop an album and go on tour for it, and we really want this album to kind of be tied to something bigger than just record sales. We want to help people on this tour. And, it was really just a kind of natural sync up. Right Love in Our Arms has now been around for about 5.5 years, and I've been able to be a part of it for about 3.5 of those. And I started working for them back in May of 2008, just as an intern, and never quite left. Just wanted to continue the story of hope and healing, and continue encouraging other people to find help if they need it. Within the music scene, music's always been a place that kind of welcomes an environment of change. It's always been a place where you're allowed to be honest. It's always been a place that kind of revels in this idea of self-expression, and that means their best days, and that also means our worst days. And one thing we found over the past 5 years is that a lot of people run to music to kind of make sense of their lives. That some words that we always say from stage is that music reminds us that there's things in life we're singing about, things in life we're dancing about, things in life we're screaming about, and beyond all that, definitely things in life we're sharing with other people. Of course, working with guys like No Sleeper, My Children, My Bride have been great friends. I've loved going on tours with some of my past heroes, and still current heroes, but dudes that I really looked up to when I was growing up, like Brett Detter from the Joliet Theory, and Jared Gorbell from the Honorary Title. It's just been really fun to see more or less us branch out through the genres. Like, a lot of people associated us just with kind of Warped Tour kind of music, and that's definitely not the case anymore. As far as doing things extraordinary, we never kind of work by endorsing bands, and we definitely don't work by contracts with bands. It's always just been friendships, and I'm not going to tell a band how to relate to their fans, but it really is awesome every time I go out with a band how they care for their fans in their own unique ways. And one story I like to tell is of Micah, several years ago from No Sleeper at Cornerstone. Just played an incredible set. Thousands of people showed up to it, and Micah is just completely drained, and he collapses on a couch a lot like this. And there's this kid who's about 13 or 14 who found his way backstage. Just said, hey man, just want to tell you that some of your songs on When I Am God kept me alive. Those are the reasons I'm alive today. And Micah stands up, gives him a huge hug, and just says, thanks for being here, thanks for fighting, thanks for staying with us. And that meant the world, obviously, to this kid. And beyond that, I don't think that was a special case. That's just the hearts of these guys. They really do well with their fans. Children Fire Tour looks a bit different than a typical Trite Love in Our Arms event. If you're coming out to a Trite Love in Our Arms event that you see on our calendar where Jamie's speaking, that's going to feel very different than what you're going to experience here. For the Children of Fire Tour, we're really just trying to meet people where they are. A lot of people don't know that we have a role on this tour, and we kind of like that. We like that a lot of people be leaving this room tonight, perhaps hearing about us for the first time, and hopefully beyond that, beyond us, people will be able to leave with a sense of hope, maybe a bit of inspiration. Maybe if they've been going through some really tough things, just know that someone else is on their side, that someone's fighting beside them. So that's kind of the heart of the matter for every event that we do. We want people to feel a little bit less alone. We want people to feel welcome, in whatever they're going through. Again, whether that's something we're celebrating or something that maybe they're trying to run away from. Again, just kind of getting the sense that you're not in this alone. Ooh, wow. There's not one that's particularly coming to mind, and I think that's because it happens way more often than I ever anticipate, and it typically happens right when it needs to. The road is difficult, you know. I'm away from my friends and my family. I'm away from my coworkers back in Florida, and the road can get, you know, the best of you sometimes. But it seems like those moments that I'm the most tired, the most worn out, that's when someone, whether it's a band member or whether it's a fan or whether it's someone finding out about us for the first time or someone that's been following us for years, you know, you just get the eye contact and they say thank you, and they say what you're doing matters, and understanding that this cause, this you know, kind of pulse is way bigger than anything I could be doing, way bigger than anything really Trite loves doing. But this idea that people are really feeling more connected than ever before, and again, that happens time after time at the right moment. I couldn't do this job if I didn't have those conversations. Yeah, that's a great question. I'd say that, well, I started working for them right out of college, and kind of one of the biggest things about college is, you know, obviously learning. And one of the last lessons I learned in college was, you know, kind of this philosophical quandary that perhaps learning isn't so much about the lesson as it is about finding the reason why you're learning it. If you're learning things and if you're going through life solely for the purpose of impressing other people, you're going to burn out. You're not going to get too far. And you know, if you do get far, perhaps it'll be way lonelier than it has to be. So upon leaving college, I started finding out that I can't do this alone, that this isn't just about me, whether it's in work or life or whatever. So I think the biggest thing I learned from Trite Love, it's that we need other people. And it sounds so simple, but the idea that, you know, whether it's working with bands or working with my coworkers or just, you know, living situations, that we're made to do life beside other people. We're made to kind of live in community. We're you know, where we can know other people and also be known by them. Hands down, the best way to get connected to us is by tracking us down online. You can find us at twloha.com. Just, you know, our acronym, so Twaloha or Twala as people say. You can actually, I think, type out twrightloveinourarms.com and get there. But anyway, that's kind of central base, and there you can find a page called Move, and that's how we get our fans and our supporters active in their own communities. We've never wanted to be the destination for hope and healing. We've always wanted to be a bridge to connect people that are looking for help to that help, and that's not possible without our supporters. So if you go to that Move section, you can find tons of ways to get involved, whether it's joining our street team or you know, following us on Facebook, helping us with campaigns as we're coming through your town. We love getting new friends. Last year, we weren't able to do our annual Heavy and Light event in Florida. We're really excited to be bringing that back in January this year. So keep an eye on the website for that. Beyond that, we could really use your help coming up. December 2nd through 9th, we're part of the Chase Community Giving Campaign, which is a Facebook contest where we could potentially win $1 million. So it's as simple as going onto Facebook, clicking a link, voting for us, and spreading the word, and you know, with that money we'll be able to be more places with more people than ever in 2012. So we'd love to have your help.